The second call was when I left that location. As I was walking away, I met up with Mr. Stenger, and we started walking over to the Senate to go brief the Senate when Jennifer Hemingway, I believe it was Jennifer Hemingway, handed me the cell phone, and it was Emily Barrett's cell phone calling her, and it was Speaker Pelosi on the other line. This is my second call with Speaker Pelosi, questioning the information I'd given to Vice President Pence about when we can get back into chambers. I assured her that information was correct. I could get them back into chambers by 7 p.m., and the call ended. That was call number 2. Call number 3 was 6:25 p.m. I was over at the Senate from the secure location, from where the Senate had been sequestered, and on a cell phone using Robert Karam's cell phone, they dialed leadership, who was over off-site at a secure location, and I briefed all of leadership of the plans to get them back into chambers. That would have been call number 3 with Speaker Pelosi.
So you didn't have one call, you didn't have 2 calls, you had 3 calls. So Speaker Pelosi's comments that she didn't speak to you are inaccurate.
That is correct, sir.
Let me shift gears and go back as it relates to the optics of bringing people up to Capitol Hill and running things up the chain of command, ultimately to the Speaker's office. Do you think Speaker Pelosi's office or Speaker Pelosi herself politicized Capitol security?
I have no idea on that, sir.
Okay. Any other clarifications you'd like to make as it relates to Speaker Pelosi's comments that you didn't speak to her?
I just, wish she had considered that, wish she had considered some of the stuff that I faced and the efforts I went through to bring in the outside resources on that day before she called for her resignation.
Thank you very much for being here. I yield back.
Gentleman yields. Now begin our second round of question. Yield 5 minutes to the gentlelady from California, Ms. Torres.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Sun, I have here a statement it's testimony from Paul Irving, the former Sergeant at Arms, and this is testimony he gave to the Senate at a hearing. And he states, on January 5th, Chief Sund and I participated in a web-based interagency conference call with multiple law enforcement partners, the FBI, the MPD, the U.S. Secret Service, the U.S. Park Police, and the Military District of Washington, among other law enforcement agencies from the National Capital Region. Based on the intelligence and threat assessment, everyone on the call believed that we were prepared and the plant met the threat. So you were prepared for what you thought would be a typical demonstration, a First Amendment demonstration on Capitol Hill, such as the Women's March, when we all wore our pink hats and came out and marched against some of the efforts of the president. What you did not anticipate, none of you anticipated, that a Republican member of Congress would tell the crowd on stage, today is the day. American patriots start taking down names and kicking ass, and our ancestors sacrificed their blood, their sweat, their tears, their fortunes, and sometimes their lives. Are you willing to do the same? You didn't anticipate that, did you?
We anticipated some minor skirmishes. We did not anticipate.
But you didn't anticipate a Republican member of Congress, to go on stage and incite the crowd like this.